Today we say goodbye. Goodbye to a dream. A dream that this Paper X roster could win an international tournament. Because here's the thing. Paper X lost to Gen G 2-1. And I know that some of the hardcore Paper X fans out there, or their Twitter account will say, oh, we played the two toughest games, right? We played Gen G and DRX. That's two tough games and we won a map both times. It's not the end of the world. We can still make playoffs. We're still going to be, it's going to be A-okay. And maybe that's true. Maybe they'll still make playoffs. Maybe they'll even still make an international this year. But let's face it. We all know there is no way this team is winning an international, right? And that really should be the goal for Paper X, right? They've been so close. They've been to so many internationals that just going to them isn't really an achievement. Only winning them is an achievement for Paper X. And that's just not going to happen. And you could tell that's not going to happen because of the game that they played on Haven versus Gen G. Because we are going to take a look at some diabolical Valorant. Okay, let's start with the very first pistol round here. Paper X are on the defensive side. Oh, I should just mention as well. The roles, I mean, I'm not going to go into it. But the roles. Okay. Pistol round. They're going to go for this 4-stack aggro on C. Okay, and I don't like this plan against Gen G and their comp. I don't think it's a very good plan to start off with. I don't get what the Cypher setup is, right? Because when you go for this 4-stack, you're trying to aggro here, you're trying to get a couple kills, right? Then you're going to play retake because the other team is just going to run into the opposite site. Because of course they are. Why is there a trip in Garage? There's 4 players here who should be able to take note of this or deal with it, even if they do fast aggro into Garage. You got 4 players here. Why do you need a trip here? Why not put a kill trip on A so that if they do come to A, or when they come to A, because they will, you can actually do something. Or if you wanted to put an info trip somewhere, you'd put it on B, where that would be a bigger problem for you if they lurked up here, right? If someone did lurk through B, that would be a problem for you. But Garage, I don't understand this trip at all. So that's just part of it, right? But the first part of this round, and the reason that I don't like this idea, even if it is an anti-strat, and Gen G are there, right? So maybe it is an anti-strat that they, thought Gen G would be here, all of that, which is fine. The problem that I'm going to have is that they are going to use here, right? So you think about the util in terms of refreshable and non-refreshable, right? They've used their refreshable util and the salvos and the stun. That's fine for this early kind of part of it. But they're also now about to use both the breach flash and the omen flash, right? And when you go for these kind of rounds, of course, what Gen G do next? So there's your omen flash and they use a breach flash. They don't manage to find a kill. But of course, what's going to happen next is, Gen G are just going to run here, but now you have less util for this, right? Particularly that omen flash, right? So you haven't managed to find the kill here. And now you are, somewhat lacking util that you otherwise might have. Now, again, maybe this would be okay if, Devi had something to play with here, and could be in heaven and maybe find a little kill hoping that they'll sprint into him, but that's not there either. The reason I don't love this round either is because, of course, you are playing against a Viper, and Munchkin is most likely going to start over towards A because he's doing his Viper wall here, right? So when you run out here C, Gen G are going to come A, and he's not going to be able to put his Viper orb down in here on A, making this retake all the harder as well, right? So Gen G do come into A. There's no kill trip potential or anything like that. There's reasons I don't love this round from a theoretical point of view, but from a practical point of view, what Paper X are about to do also makes no sense.
Spike quickly down. Devi on the Cypher up in heaven, but the main point of entry up by A-Link. Heron already blocking off the exits, and that's going to be the couple of tags. Ooh, look at that, the double tap up to the top as well. Texture has everything locked down. Just Jing being able to find a little bit of a consolation prize, but the round very much in the hands of Gen G. Ooh, Karen. A bit of a risky dive. The pickup by Jing.
Okay, to pull back the curtain a little bit here, this round was so frustrating to me that for the first time ever that I can remember whilst recording a video, I swore. And so I had to restart the recording because I don't want to swear on my YouTube videos. I sometimes might in my streams, but certainly not in the videos, right? But this is how frustrating this is to me. Because again, the first part of this is okay, right? You got the salvos, you got the stun. It all makes some sense, you would say. Maybe they could wait for this, Viper orb, which is going to be a massive problem for you on a pistol round and take your health, away. Maybe you could wait until that drops, considering you do have time. Just a thought, but okay. They don't for whatever reason. They don't wait for it to drop. It drops now, and these two guys die, right? And you might think, oh, that's, you know, that's a shame. Nice shooting by Karen there. The problem with this round is I just want you to watch Something and Jing. This makes absolutely no sense, right? So Something and Jing are here. They're putting out their util, right? So we got stun. We're sending the salvos in just here. Take a look at where they go next. Take a look at where they go next. Why are they running to heaven? Why on earth are they running to heaven? And what I love about this is, whilst they're running to heaven, Devi then thinks, well, my teammates are coming to me, so let me just peek out before that so that I can die and they can't trade me. Right? Just make sure I'll peek out on my own first. Someone explain to me why these guys went heaven. What on earth are they doing? And you might say, like, if you're the biggest Paper X glazer of all time, you might be like, oh, well, you know, this, of course, makes sense, TMV, because something needs to do this stun line here, and then, you know, Devi, you know, shouldn't be on his own, so something's going to heaven there. Okay, even if you want to give them the biggest grace of all time, that's fine. Why on earth is Jing, who could just do the salvos from here, why is he starting here and then running to heaven? Even if you want to give them the grace of something doing it for whatever reason, it makes literally no sense for Jing to do it. There is not one reason I can think of why you would ever do this. Where is he going? What are we doing? Now let's skip ahead to round number 11. And I know I've skipped quite a few rounds there, so you might be like, oh, you know, is there nothing bad in the middle? No, there was plenty of bad in the middle, but I just want to get to the truly awful stuff. Okay? And for those of you who watch this game, you know that round 11 is truly awful.
Certainly doesn't look or feel too good when Forsaken's not able to find too much, but here comes the Operator, able to find the first. Tries to go in for the next as well, but Devi is here and able to assist. Ooh, not quite the gate crash, but still, Karen, Shroud steps over. Devi finds...
See, right now you might be confused, because you might think, well, that didn't look so awful. Right, this was a good C hold. Right, we get an op kill. We're going to have a good Omen flash. We're going to get Devi getting multiple kills here, going into the Neon wall. This doesn't look so bad, right? Nice Omen flash. Kill Karen. Good job, right? It's a 4v1. What do you mean it's awful? Well, I'm kind of spoiling how this round ends, of course, but yes, it is a 1v4 for Munchkin in this round, and he's just going to run over towards A. Away he goes, and he's going to plant the spike, and the Paper X players here are sticking together. This is, you know, everything's fine. We're all hunky-dory right now. No problem whatsoever. Munchkin's going to get the spike down just now. And here we go. 4v1. What could go wrong?
How many kills do you get?
Because if he gets enough, that could be a pit, and that could be
well, stronger than next round.
Yeah, next round as well. Namely that. Might give Gen G the 9 and 3. Salvos at least, just in case, but ultimately Paper X has the site currently. Munchkin, though, happy to play off the first. Paper X now in for a bit of a triple, but what is that spray? Oh, he's getting the transfer, he's getting the last one as well! The Red Bull clutch! Munchkin devours Paper X!
This is tough to lose. I do say that a lot, but this one is tough to lose. Right? And initially, again, it's not actually played that bad. This initial bot, Jing drones down short, doesn't see anyone. Okay, that's fine. That means we can go down short, right? So Mindfreak can cross there. Jing gets across. He's then going to put out his salvos. This is actually good salvo position, right? This is some good salvos by Jing. Again, perfectly fine. Mindfreak's going to smoke the spike. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Sometimes in 4v1s, I do think you don't need to smoke the spike, right? Sometimes I do think that's a bit overkill, as you see kind of in this reason for exactly what happens. But the smoking of the spike is not really the issue. Okay, something, you know, finds where Munchkin is. I mean, again, would you prefer if, you know, something and Devi maybe travel a bit together rather than Devi, you know, go in different ways? Whatever, cool. It's still a 3v1. You found where he is. It's over. What I don't understand here is what they must have played in these situations. I mean, literally thousands of times. Like, if you think about how long these players have been playing together and how many scrims they must have done and all that, literally thousands of times they must have done this and been in this situation. And when you're in a 3v1 and the spike is smoked off and you know where the guy is, why are you tapping and swinging instead of just sticking and then waiting for either him to spam and then just run out of the smoke and kill him, or just, if he doesn't spam, You just sit there and hold the smoke. It makes no sense why you would tap and run out of your own smoke to go and kill him. It makes no sense. And it is an unbelievable 4v1 loss. I mean, truly unbelievable. And then let's come to the very next round. Let's come to the very next round, because in this one, there's another couple things that go on. So Paper X, they take early A control, and this is fine and whatever. And initially, we're going to focus on Forsaken, right? Because in just a second here, Forsaken's going to manage to get the first kill of the round. Gen G just kind of pause. You know, Paper X start leaving A. You know, they leave kind of Forsaken on his own. All normal stuff, right? Perfectly fine. Forsaken then is going to flash, and he's going to get himself on the angle, and he's going to manage to find a really nice kill on Texture. Okay, great. We're in a 5v4. He puts his TP away. What he does here? Why on earth, again, on your own? It's like, oh, guys, I've spent a year looking for this flash to find the best Yoru flash in the game. Let me show you how good it is by doing it twice and doing it on my own. By peeking the same angle again with my Guardian in a 5v4 when we need this round and we're 9-2 down. And my team is on the complete opposite side of the map because I'm giving them this control so they can stack C instead. I mean, even this is a bit like, I mean, when you look at it, it's like, why are you all on C? Why is, like, no one here at all on B, or, like, no one in even that makes no sense, really, does it, when you look at the map? But whatever, right? Why is Forsaken doing that? He then, you know, just gives them free access to the A site. Now, I mean, Gen G, after you see someone do that, you probably are thinking, huh, that's a bit strange. But again, we get, okay, nice play there, right? Nice little stun combo, finds them a kill. Okay, 4v3 again. We're in a decent spot. They do have a Viper's pick because, you know, we lost a 4v1, whatever. Cool. But we're in a decent spot. Oh, hey, look at this. 4v2. Defies finds a spam kill. 4v2. You know, we got a nice flank here. Again, I ask you the question. What could go wrong?
Through a tight angle. Munchkin, though, off that clutch from before. Pulls out the pit. Denies possible entry.
30 seconds.
Rears his crosshairs over to the top of heaven and finds the crucial double.
How has he found both there?
Just Mind Freak now. And with that pit still up, I can't imagine Mind Freak able to do too much. He doesn't have to flash either. At least tries to work his way into the pit, eliminating the first obstacle around the back.
All the decay now.
Yep, just a single whisper and he's gone. Munchkin, the rest of them all playing around the spike. Straight through the dark cover.
Again, this one is hard. I mean, even with a Viper's pit, this one is quite hard to lose because the pit isn't on the spike, right? So, like, what is Devi doing? Why is he just sprinting into a Viper's pit? But, like, you're in a 4v2 and you have a flank coming. Even in this 3v2, right? All they have to do is just chill. Just wait for Mind Freak, please. Like, again, I just want you to imagine here that these two just say, okay, Device just trolled us. Let's just wait for Mind Freak. You know, wait for him to come on the flank. Pinch on anyone here, right? Clear all this out. We can clear all of this out here, and that means they're either in the pit or they're down short, and that's going to be very easy for us. We can then just smoke the spike again, hold our angles, and we'll be fine, right? Like, we can just do that, and it's absolutely fine. In a 3v2, Spike's not in the pit, and instead we just, I mean, okay, it gets a bit lucky that they line up, but, like, Jesus Christ, guys, like, Jesus Christ. Okay, next up is round 15, and again, if you watched this game already, you know how bad this is.
Hi, Stinger Bulldog, Paper X. Happy to stare down Gen G's barrel. Gen G, though, repositioning across the map.
Yeah, bait out a little bit of this utility from Suggest nice and early to give you a avenue back in towards Garage if you want later on. Just the patience from Paper X at the moment. Not seeing any overeager players of Gen G give up their hand early.
How are you going to work around this Yoru utility?
Well, he's going to try and do it dry with the spike, lose his life, get traded out, and shift in towards the C play.
And that's another trade out from Munchkin as well. So the C play, unfortunately not quite working out too well for Paper X in this round.
Why do we have a spike on Forsaken who's leading in towards Garage?
That is a very good question, isn't it? Why is Forsaken with the spike going into Garage Dry? I don't know, but it's even worse than that, really, because initially you might just think, oh, Forsaken probably didn't know he had the spike, right? That's probably what your first impression is. But no, the spike is down at the start of the round, and he's going to pick it up himself. He's going to walk here, turn around, pick up the spike. He knows he has the spike. That's what's even more crazy about this. Like, in what world, what universe are they living in? What on earth are you doing? Literally, if your silver teammate did that, you'd be like, this guy doesn't have a clue. Like, genuinely. How can that happen? How can that even happen? Especially when you intentionally pick up the spike. And then to finish here, I'm just going to give you the last round with some clown music on it so that you can just enjoy it a bit more.
For Gen G, and with those chances, Gen G happy to take some risks as well. Pushing down C, taking a bit of pressure off of one side of the map. Paper X, though, trying to keep themselves bunched up. Straight into Garage again, though. The quick punish from Charon. One way out the other end as well.
Little by little for Paper X. I mean, divide down. Jet texture. Oh, look at him. Just look at him.
Turns away off.
How is he still alive? How is he alive?
And going. Overdrive back in, and that's some damage done. Paper X trying to scramble for some defenses, but Charon's here again.